Did you just call me darling?
Like my knight in shining armor.
Oh no. Alright everyone, we're back with another episode of Death Note. Now I did a silly thing and didn't realize that I had skipped an episode. So I actually did episode 15 before this one. I'm still going to air this before episode 15. When I watched episode 15, I had not yet watched this. Just to be clear on that. So I've definitely had some spoilers since I watched the next episode already. Alright, for episode 14, it's called Friend. It says, Light and Misa show each other their death notes. And Light asks Misa to have her Shinigami Ren get rid of L. I already know about that because of watching the previous episode. We'll still watch this anyway and see if anything new comes up that I didn't get wind of.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but at one point I was like, I feel like we missed something.
Yep, we definitely missed something.
I was like, did Mom, watch an episode without me?
I think when I started it, for some reason it was on 15, and it's been like that for a couple days, so I just automatically assumed episode 15. I'm pretty sure the last video I edited was episode 13, and I hadn't done any more since then, so it took me a while, but I finally realized I missed 14. I guess we should get started with the episode. I don't think that intro has changed, though, the entire time.
I mean, some anime keeps it the same for a lot of it. Some change it every episode. Depends on the anime.
I did feel like that was the shortest period of fake going out that I think I've ever seen. Friend.
Meet Elle. She'll tell me his name, and then I eliminate the entire task force. And when that's done, I'll kill her too.
Light, darling, do you know how to kill a Shinigami?
Did you just call me darling?
Like my knight in shining armor.
Oh no.
I think it's very likely that Kira and the second Kira made contact with each other there on that day. It's only a slim chance, but if Light is Kira, then there's still a possibility that the second Kira might try to contact him somehow.
Very well.
I saw him sleeping in that exact same position the other day.
Probably gets used to it. When we were in the army, they'd make us stand in the back of the room if we were starting to doze off, and we would just stand up, falling asleep.
Send one last video and make sure it's from a place you haven't used. It should say, I've decided to stop searching for Kira.
Share my power.
We'll just add that part to throw off their investigation. If they believe the numbers are growing, then they'll start to panic.
True.
I don't care what it is, because I'd do anything for you.
Can you promise to say nothing?
I promise. We're officially boyfriend and girlfriend now, aren't we?
Well, sure, I guess. Elle already suspects that I'm Kira.
Elle is amazing. I mean, saying that he's getting nowhere and that he's a complete idiot.
It's because they're not allowed to tell everybody what the fuck's going on.
We can't be seen in public because it'll look too suspicious.
I have to make sure that I'm seen with other girls.
You're seriously going to date other girls? I don't want you to! If I see you with another girl, I'll kill her. From the moment I first saw you, I knew.
What is wrong with this girl?
She's infatuated.
Show me your love by obeying me. A minute ago, you swore you'd do anything I asked.
But I never said you could date other girls!
If you don't obey me, I can easily kill you. I would
This is
never
some
allow
fucking
that,
manipulative,
Yagami.
coercive, abusive shit.
If you do anything that results in this girl's death,
I mean, what do you expect?
I know, but
I will kill you.
They're both serial killers with magical diaries of death.
Wouldn't that mean you die too?
But I'm quite willing to accept that outcome.
You really shouldn't have a girl here this late. You should walk her to the station.
I can't risk being seen with her in public.
And you shouldn't be leaving a young girl to walk alone in the dark.
Shinigami is going to kill me if I kill that girl?
Well, I'm glad the Shinigami has some friggin' loyalty.
Thanks to you, Rem, Light really is gonna be my knight in shining armor.
I suppose.
She's a bigger nuisance than Elle is. She's famous?
Excuse me.
I'll keep it a secret. For $50.
Somehow I doubt she's gonna be very good at keeping it a secret. Guess what? I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, but...
I thought you and I were seeing each other, and that's the reason why I'm sitting next to you in class. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
You haven't even looked at me once.
She actually likes all the attention.
She likes all the attention because she doesn't want you to ignore her all the time. Oh.
I will start by punishing criminals Akira has yet to judge.
Kira and the second Kira have managed to make contact.
What makes you say that?
So why the sudden change of heart? All he wants out of it is for Kira to see him as an ally. And it begs the question, why didn't he do this to begin with? This is also one less reason to suspect that Light is Kira.
What do you mean by that?
If you're Elle and I'm Kira, then I'd already know your personality. The Elle I know would find some way to escape the situation.
I don't like hearing you say, if I were Kira, even hypothetically.
You're not Kira. It would be a problem if you were Kira.
You think?
I feel you're the first friend that I have ever had.
Yeah, I feel like he's really just spoon-feeding him.
Can't afford to be seen with Misa.
Apparently she has other ideas in mind.
The first time in my life that I've been provoked to hit a woman.
Uh-oh. Where'd it go? It fell.
Good job.
Come on.
It's made me develop feelings for her.
Feelings? But you're a Shinigami. Misa loves me. Misa. If I was happy, would that make you happy too?
So manipulative.
But if Elle caught one of us, our happiness would be ruined. There's no rule that prevents Ren from killing anyone. Only make me love Misa that much more.
Sure.
That's all I ever wanted.
Fine, but I do not like you.
Yep.
That's all it took.
Ren already had the connection with the other Shinigami. Ren already had the other connection with the other Shinigami because he had fallen in love with her and he died trying to save her, so I can see why Ren might have that kind of feeling of loyalty and everything to her staying alive and caring about her welfare and everything. Whereas Light is just using her for her infatuation. Alright, that's all I got for this episode. I will see you next episode. And like I said, I already actually recorded it before I did this one. Just expect me not to be aware of the previous episode because I hadn't watched it yet.
If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want more content, click subscribe. If you click that little bell and click all, then you'll get more content notifications.